Annie, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys all of my predictions for YouTube in 2023. I've been seeing a few different creators I love making videos like this, sharing their own predictions for YouTube going into the new year, and that really got me thinking and making my own list of predictions and things that I foresee happening with YouTube in the next year. So I thought I would sit down here and share all of my predictions and thoughts with you guys. So without further ado, here are all of my predictions for YouTube in the new year. So my very first prediction is possibly the most negative out of any of these, and my personal prediction is that YouTube is going to hurt not only itself but also creators with their obsession with YouTube Shorts. In case some of you are unaware, YouTube does have this thing called Shorts, which is their way of competing with TikTok and Instagram Reels. There is an entire Shorts feed on YouTube. There's an entire separate monetization system. There is an entire Shorts algorithm that is separate from the algorithm for longer videos on YouTube. And most recently, YouTube has actually said themselves that in 2023, there's going to be a major emphasis on Shorts. Meaning that in 2023, YouTube as a platform is going to be prioritizing Shorts over longer videos on their platform. And in my personal opinion, I don't think YouTube is even slightly aware how much that is going to hurt creators and their own platform. The one very consistent thing about YouTube that has always been for as long as other platforms and social media apps have existed, when every one of those other apps were going through changes and algorithm changes, new features were coming out, YouTube was always consistently the one platform for longer form videos and search engine optimized content. Because yes, you can absolutely search for something on TikTok or Instagram or Pinterest or Tumblr, but for the longest time since the first day that YouTube existed on the internet, they have been the #1 go-to platform for searching for a video that gave you advice or an answer to a question or a tutorial, and that I think very much still does exist and will exist for a very long time. But I definitely do think that if it is groundly in YouTube's plans to prioritize short form content over longer videos, I think in the long run that is really going to hurt creators and hurt their platform. It just doesn't take into account that some creators on YouTube just don't want to make short form content, and some of our videos just can't be turned into shorts. Personally, I think that YouTube can very much have short form and longer form content coexist peacefully on their platform. They're just not making the right moves to make that happen. And honestly, it's really sad to see the platform that I love, that I grew up watching, that I have made 6 figures on as a creator. So many creators are leaving the platform and saying that they've lost their inspiration and motivation to create, that with all of these changes, they're just not enjoying creating anymore, which is just really heartbreaking. So my very first prediction for YouTube in 2023 is that unless they snap out of it and make changes really soon, their obsession with Shorts is going to hurt creators and hurt their platform. Now onto a much more positive note with my second prediction for YouTube in 2023. I really think that platforms like TikTok and now Instagram Reels have really made it so that the more stripped down your content is, the more views it's going to get. Way back in 2014, 2015, 2016, that was the super colorful, oversaturated, over the top, overly edited video era, where we are now hearing from bigger creators who were super popular and famous in that time on YouTube, now talking about and exposing just how competitive that era on YouTube was, where creators were literally fighting over, oh my god, you uploaded this video, I totally had that idea for a video next week and now you stole it. So many of them now talking about all the breakdowns they had and how burnt out they were, all because they felt like if they wanted to blow up on YouTube and be successful and make money, they had no other choice than to make these super over the top, overly saturated videos. Whereas now in 2022 going into 2023, I think there's been a major decline in that sort of content, where now I really do think that the more stripped down your videos are, the more likely it is they're going to be successful on YouTube. And this again, I think really goes back to TikToks and TikToks being repurposed as Instagram Reels and Pinterest videos, where the content is so stripped down that it's literally just a teenager sitting in their bedroom delivering 30 seconds to a minute of advice, inspiration, a tutorial, and that I think has really become the new normal of content that people are seeking out on social media. content where they see themselves in the content, or they see the person they want to become in the content, or the content gives them a more stripped down, behind the scenes, natural look at the lives of their favorite celebrities or influencers. And I think over here on YouTube, this has been really growing over time with the popularization of day in my life videos and reaction videos. And I really do think now that the more stripped down your video is, the more you're perceived as a real, normal, relatable person, and that makes your content a lot more attractive. It doesn't matter where you're filming or what your background looks like or what your editing is like, so long as the people watching your video feel connected to your content, they feel connected to your video, it keeps them watching and keeps them subscribing. Which then brings me to my next prediction for YouTube in 2023, which is that if you want to get views and grow and be successful on YouTube in the next year, your content has to be really compelling. Again, with the popularization of day in my life vlogs and that sort of content, I think that YouTube is really beginning to pivot away from a time where the only content on YouTube that was ever going to get views was educational content or content that had a really strong point. But I definitely do think that no matter how stripped down your videos on YouTube are going to be, if you want to get views and you want to get people to click onto your video and watch your video for any length of time, there has to be a very clear-cut reason for them to feel compelled to. One creator on YouTube that I always come back to whenever I think about this is Sadie Aldis. Literally just a sit-down video in her apartment or in her bedroom, but the content is so valuable that it keeps you hooked right from the very first second and keeps you watching all the way through. Again, going back to the rise of TikToks and Instagram Reels and Pinterest videos, people are getting so used to getting the value that they're looking for in 30 to 60 seconds. So that has definitely made it more of a challenge for us to keep people watching our longer form content because it's a lot longer than those 30 to 60 seconds. It makes it that much more of a challenge and that much more important for us as longer form video creators to find a way to hook our viewers from the very first second and keep them watching for as long as possible. Again, I think we are entering a phase where video content no longer has to be educational to get views or be interesting, but whether people are watching videos because they're relatable or they inspire them or answer a question they have or something that they're looking for advice about, watching your videos and the content on your channel has to spark a feeling in them that they begin to crave, and your audience just has to have a very compelling reason to watch your content and subscribe for more of it. Leading to my next prediction, which is that the need for videos on YouTube to be 25 to 30 minutes long is fading away fast. Not all that long ago, you heard basically every single YouTube advice channel tell you that if you want your videos to get views and blow up on YouTube, they had to be 25 to 30 minutes long. The main reason for this being that for the last little while, it was thought that watch time controlled everything on YouTube. And if you wanted your videos to perform well and get pushed out by the algorithm, they had to get as much watch time as possible. And it seemed that for whatever reason, videos that were 25 to 30 minutes just got pushed out more, got more views, performed better, and just overall triggered the algorithm way more than videos that were 5 to 10, even 15 minutes. However, now reading YouTube's own feedback on some of my videos that performed way better than some of my other recent videos, it really seems to now come down to converting impressions into clicks into views, and then holding as good a retention as possible regardless of how long your video is. So it is no longer about making sure that all of your videos and uploads are 25 to 30 minutes long. Now the focus is make your videos as long or short as you want them to be, but make sure the content is going to hold your viewer all the way through or for as long as possible. Not with the goal in mind of getting as much watch time as possible, but with the intention of telling YouTube's algorithm this video's content is holding people's attention, it's worth pushing out. So you can make your videos 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 45 minutes, but your video's content has to hook viewers from the very first second and keep them watching for as long as possible. So my prediction there is that the need for 25 to 30 minute videos is going out the window in 2023, and now the emphasis is no longer on watch time and it's more on audience retention, which I definitely think has been building and building and building in the last year and a half or so, but now it's like, we're here. This is important. This is what you need to focus on. But yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. Those are my top predictions for where YouTube is going in 2023. Those are all the things I think you need to be considering and thinking about and putting into practice if you want to be successful on the platform in 2023. As always, thank you guys all all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!